This conversation is meant for all the young people, and I think we have 600 million below the age of 25 in India, and also the people who believe that they're young at heart. I say this today to you at a stage in my life when I'm not seeking any power, fame, anything. I think I've seen life. I've worked professionally for more than 3 decades in India, and really enjoyed the experience. Having said that, also, it's really important to let you know that my thoughts are not driven by an agenda or a couple of teleprompters in front of me. My thoughts are straight from my heart with the knowledge and experiences of my mind, with a very pure soul to potentially inform you and also somewhere inspire you with this knowledge to do what you think is right for you as a human being, and then as a citizen of India, and then as uh, a sort of citizen also of the planet called Earth. So the first topic in my mind today is media. This is really close to my heart because I feel media is a mirror of the society that we live in. And in the recent times, I talk specifically about India. Media in India is highly compromised. Now, I don't generalize it and say that 100% of media is compromised, but I would say 70% of it surely is. When I say compromise, what do I mean? I mean, you and me can actually buy an article on the business page or the sports page or the front page of a newspaper in this country, on a website, on a broadcasting network, which is just buy. We can actually say what we want, and it looks like news, breaking news to the whole world. I mean, this is the truth. So I know that some of you already know this, but I thought majority don't. And I think it's important that you do know that yes, you can pay and you can actually buy a pure news article which looks like an editorial to the entire world in 70% of the media in our country, which is broadcasting, web, digital, print, magazine, all that jazz. So that's pretty much the reality. So the news that we consume every morning and we feel is real news, which is authenticated, verified, and is news that is supposed to make a difference to our day, weeks, and months and years of our lives, and is news that we should take account of for the sake of our financial life, emotional life, physical life, etc. The fact of it is that commerce has beaten the truth, and therefore the balance of you and me getting real news versus paid news is 70% paid and 30% real. So some of the media people are still fighting, are still real journalists, and are still trying to get the real news to us, but majority have compromised. Broadcasting networks are owned by business houses with vested interests in businesses, politics, whatever. It's a very tricky environment, but trust me, if you raise your voice, it's a bit dodgy because then you may be called anti-national. You may not be, put in a box for raising your voice against this, but you will be punished sooner or later because the power rests with those people who have commercial power to be able to actually manipulate, own, dominate, and commercialize media. I feel media is a mirror of society and needs to be independent, needs to be free of any peer pressure, and 100% free of desperate commercial needs. I know I don't know how that's going to happen because today's world is all about money, honey. So, the media houses want to make money and they can make money this way, so it's fine. So, that's as far as media is concerned. Moving on to media that really matters to us. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, all the Twitters and the jazz that we totally cannot live without because the smartphone has invaded our life. And if we do not have a smartphone, we're not smart. But you do know that the smartphone, the smart TV, the smart home, the smart car is making us really dumb. That's the reality. Enjoy it while you feel this is really enhancing your life, and you can quickly order your meal and you don't have to use your brains to find the right address of your friend's house. Great, great. Enjoy this journey. Sooner than later, you realize that this part of your head is boom, dumb, and that little gadget is controlling your life. So, having said that, let's just take one small example, and I think it's Mark of Facebook. He struck gold because he just wanted to unite a few campus fans. I think all of you have seen that movie. If you've not, please watch it again. There are a couple of films on his life. He just struck gold with an idea that he just wanted to unite a few friends in the campus, etc. And that, boom, that became a business idea. And this little young lad made billions from that business idea. So what does he do? Then he starts propagating a thought process that he believes is good for the planet. Everybody should come on his social platform. Everybody should upload their personal lives and, and talk about it publicly. Really, is that the way society should be? That everybody should know everybody digitally and not physically and not emotionally, and everybody should share all their personal data, emotional, physical, financial, geographical, to Google and to Facebook, and that's the way you want to live your life? Yeah, it feels convenient because you can reach your aunt in Canada, and say, hey, what's up? I'm here. And it's really convenient because you can share birthdays by just pressing like and putting this little, animated thing on the phone, and you don't have to really travel from Colaba to Borivali or from Mumbai to New York to share your love with your loved ones. Fair enough, that sounded right. So he propagated the thought process that, all of us should come on this platform and share our personal lives. We did it, and then guess what he did? He went and monetized it. He shared all our data with the whole world, and he's a nice guy because he went and confessed it across the world. Hey guys, I'm really sorry. I made a mistake. I built a business model of requesting you to share your personal lives with the whole universe and make everybody really transparent and and destroy your emotions from feeling them physically to digitally. Great. It all really looked good. It's still looking good. People are loving this jazz. And now he comes out and says, hey, this was a mistake. I want to make these private groups. And I think, social media is all about private little small nucleuses. That's what he said 2 days ago. So obviously Mark is going through life, but he's worth about $100 billion. So whatever he says should sound right to all of us because it's all about money, honey. Because if you're rich, you are supposed to be sensible. You're supposed to make sense. If you're not rich, then we all are idiots because then you're out of line. Because if you're worth $100 billion, and you obviously are doing the right thing, so we must all listen to Mark. Hey, Mark, what should we do next now? First you said, let's all get public. Now you say, hey, let's all get private. Hey, Facebook is no more organic now. If you want likes, you got to pay for it. Hey, Mark just announced that he doesn't like the like button. He's going to leave it alone. He's going to destroy it because he feels he should be more private. So likes are exciting people to share more personal lives. So he advocates you must make more private groups. I know I repeated that twice, but it just hits my brain too hard that maybe Mark is just a nice guy, but maybe he doesn't really know what's really good for humanity and the planet in the long run or even the medium run anyway. But he's rich. He looks sensible. So the whole world is following him. So be careful because even Facebook likes now are paid for. You want to get more likes on Facebook, you got to pay for it. You want more views on YouTube, you got to pay for it. Get real. Get real. This is like that Jim Carrey's movie Truman Show. Everything is in a massive bubble and we all are being played in, but we have been given the power to believe that we are playing the world. Short-term vision, not long-term vision. Trust me with that. Moving on to something really relevant, which is called politics. I'm going to summarize it because it's a very dodgy topic, and if I speak too much, I will be boom, plastered off. I won't exist anymore to do one of these talks again with you. So politics is pretty much, if you look at the planet in this scenario, we'll have to ignore the Europeans. They're really nice people. They're so confused who they are, what they want. So let's leave them alone. Australia, New Zealand, really Africa, always struggling and have their challenges, etc. We boil down to the four powerhouses, the four pillars of the planet. Who are they? India, America, the two democracies. India the largest, America the second largest world's democracy, and then you have China and Russia. So what my understanding is, and it should be yours, so you do your own homework because I could be wrong. Just human, I don't really have a smart brain. I just have a smartphone. Having said that, we have two talking politicians, the American one and the Indian one. They talk a lot. They talk so much that they just don't do anything. They just keep talking. Somebody wants to build a wall, somebody wants to bring religion and the past tense on a regular basis into breaking news so the real agendas are not being discussed. And then you have these silent giant killers, Russia and China. They're gently building the infrastructure, the army, the armed forces, the intelligence, geographically expanding into the region because Asia is pretty much 70% of the planet. I think in about 15, 20 years, these two giants are, boom, gonna own this entire planet. China is gonna do it economically, and Russia potentially with a lot of muscle power. We got to be really careful because the two talking giants, America and India, are just talking, while Russia and China are prepping up for the future. And we got to be a bit careful because that energy of the planet currently with these four pillars is what's driving all of us subtly and very gently. World wars don't happen overnight. Third World War is already on. I think you and me both know it. It's poverty, it's unemployment, it's real, the economic disparities. It's already happening, but the real Third World War will happen when the two sleeping giants are ready to conquer again because it's all about power. And I think you do understand, go back 10,000 years, it is all about power. And people do very strange things for power. Moving on to a topic close to my heart. The United Nations just announced yesterday, or day before yesterday, that 1 million species on this planet are going to be extinct. That means they will not exist ever again. So our coming generation, some of you, will never see the things that we saw. I'm 50. I saw stuff that you're not going to see. I saw giraffe. I played with it. I got photographs. You may not get that opportunity anymore. So the environment has reached a point. It's just not United Nations, because I truly believe they're a toothless organization. They can't do jack shit. They can keep warning us. They're a barking body. They're not a body that has any action in their powers. That's the truth. It looks really good, that the world is united with the United Nations. Bullshit. They do crap. But they keep giving us information. So compliments to them. They also say that environment has reached a point of no return. Well, that's a reality. Everybody's been screaming global warming, but political leaders like the American and the Indian leaders, they don't even care. They don't even understand what that means. For the American, global warming means completely something different. You must Google what he says. And the Indian guys are, let's just talk about religion. Let's talk about religion. Let's just divide everything because we need to divide our country because we're too big a country. So it's utter nonsense. But the environment has reached a point of no return. What does that mean? So basically the water, the air, the sunshine, everything that makes us live a healthy life is not going to be the same again. So I know when a tsunami doesn't strike your doorstep, it doesn't matter. When a hurricane doesn't hit you, it doesn't matter because it happens in Sri Lanka, it happens in Thailand, it happens in Africa. When it hits your doorstep and my doorstep, trust me, when your family is washed away in tsunami, you have no idea what that means. And that is happening constantly, every day on the planet. So I feel environment, which we take so casually, the use of plastic, not realizing what's happening to the ozone layers. We're not understanding what's happening with the space garbage situation and so on and so forth. We are destroying the home that we live in. We are killing it. But we are made to believe that if we are happy in our 1,000 square feet of home and we keep it clean, it's cool. No, we got to keep the planet clean. That's our home. This is just a rented home that we live in and sleep in. The home is the planet. But nobody cares, and the political leaders just don't want to make it an agenda because they are all about power and money. They just want to win the next election. They want to just come back to power again. Who is the leader of humanity? Who is the leader of the planet? Do we have one? I know you'll tell me, oh, that's not possible because that just doesn't happen because we are different from so-and-so and we're different from so-and-so. We're not Chinese, we're not African, we're not Russians, we're Indians. Oh, those guys are Americans. I know. So then I come to my next relevant topic, which is humans, humanity. How are we different? We're just different on the outside. Think about it. Everything inside with every human on the planet is the same. The heart beats the same way. All the organs are same. We're a work of art. We're literally gods. If you connect your nervous system, you can go to moon and back a couple of times. Isn't that genius? In history, go back, every human who performed a miracle became God. The God factory has stopped producing gods in the last 7,000 years because of explosion of knowledge, I think. All miracle makers were God. You and me are miracle. But where is humanity gone? We're fine with the thought of humans killing humans. For what? I'll tell you for what. Why can a human pick up a gun and kill another human? How can one human press a button and throw a bomb on kids and women and helpless people in another country, and he's sitting 1,000 miles away? How can he do that? Humans cannot do that. Humans have emotions hard. But they do it. They're doing it every friggin' day. In the name of what? In the name of religion. In the name of power. In the name of maps. All this comes in the name of culture. All this comes from the fact that we have been divided from the outside by various things. The way we look, the way we speak, the religion that we adopt and believe in, the gods that we believe in, the economic disparities, the geographical separations. All this is leading to humans killing human. But at the end of the day, all of us are one. And imagine a united, common, emotional, positive energy of 8 billion people on the planet. Everything will be sorted. But how do we do it? It's bloody complex. I think we've gone too far. Like the United Nations says, that the environment is at a point of no return, and million species are going to be extinct, and I think shortly it'll be 10 million species. But hang on, don't frivolize the word species, because sorry, tired, too passionate. Soon, species will be humans. There'll be a breaking news from the United Nations. Hey, 1 billion people are extinct. You will never see them again. This race will never exist. Species are humans. It's simple. It's going there. And all for the sake of division, division, division. So everything divides, love unites, but there is no love. Because love is not good for power seekers. Love is not good for commerce. It's not good if you share your burger with someone who's hungry. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not right. Don't do it. Let the guy die hungry, because he's not the color of your skin. He's not from the same belief of religion. No, don't feed him. Don't share your goodness with him, because he's not you. He's Chinese, you're Indian, he's American, he's Argentinian. Oh, he's brown, he's yellow, he's black. We're all different. Are we? That's a big question. Because this is what has divided the planet for years and years and years, and this is at its worst now. At its worst. And I'm telling you, that is friggin' Third World War. Division is the Third World War that we are actually experiencing in a very silent manner. Terrorism is nothing, it's bullshit. Terrorism is just war. Curated, choreographed war against humanity. And that's done because politicians need terrorism, because if they don't scare us, we're not going to need them. But then society can't perform without politicians. But I always have this question in my mind. Why are unqualified people in qualified jobs? Why are education ministers of the planet who have not gone to college, who do not have the qualification to be an education minister? And that goes down the line. The sports ministers, the irrigation minister, the infrastructure ministers of most countries. It's very complicated. So to be a politician, you don't need to be qualified. But to be a human and get a job, you need to be bloody qualified, or you're not getting anything. You're not going to make any money. You're going to be poor and you're going to friggin' die. How does this work? Why is this society created like this? It scares the shit out of me. But I'm not a solution provider. I'm not also a ranter who's just woken up this morning and say, hey, I'm just going to rant out. It's just my experiences of 3 decades, and I just feel that's only fair I share this with you. If you're 16, 18, 19, 14, you're just starting your life. Figure a solution out, man. figured a solution for these issues because we are all one. We came alone, we will go alone. But this planet is our home, and these 8 billion people are our family. Trust me, don't look outside, look inside. Your heart will beat the same way as the other one. And trust me, there is no more bigger magic in life than love. But love seems like a frivolous commodity. Sounds stupid. Love only sounds right when it's with the opposite sex. No, we should love our planet. We should love the insects, the birds, the trees. We should love humans. We should love what we eat. We should love where we live. We should love everything. Trust me, love will save the day. Lots of love.